Okay, we're back.
Now, check it out.
The control
A
scheme.
lot of people
Control scheme.
are
Security,
very upset.
Motherfucker. Anyway.
They're upset about the control scheme for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Fate of Two
No,
Worlds.
it's TVC 2. That's what the fuck that is.
Now, alright, let's get the foundation down first. First of all, Railman from Xbox Live, our friend, we were having an argument over the fact that MVC3 is built around the framework of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, which is not a bad thing, alright? But the fact that they're building it around the same engine shows a little bit of laziness on Capcom's part, because it looks like the controls are going to remain the same. And for a Marvel vs. Capcom game, that is a no-no. Am I correct?
Justin, let me know what you think about that. That's all I want to know.
I know Justin Wong and Daigo Omahara are going to probably get used to the game. They'll probably be testing it or whatnot. But, hell, I'll even go as far as to say Mike from Raw Gameplay, Corey Ashley from Raw Gameplay. I'm pretty sure you guys won't like that control scheme for a hardcore game like Marvel vs. Capcom series. So, what Anomaly and I had come up with, if they're going to keep the same control scheme that works for Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, they should do, you know how they do automatic and manual? They should have two control schemes. They should have the TVC one as control scheme A and control scheme B.
You did it for CVS EO?
Yeah, you know, like have allow them to choose
like
how they want to play, because if you bring the MVC2 style setup where it's the 4 buttons with the separate assist on the ends, that's fine. Hell, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of the MVC2 setup. I was more of the X-Men versus Street Fighter, the Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, the Marvel vs. Capcom 1, the 6-button layout with the switch on the end. But, you know, I got used to the MVC2 style, but being that MVC2 was the most popular of them all, why alienate, you know, the fan base? Because, now, on Events Hubs, it looked as if, I don't know if Seth Killian or Capcom basically said deal with it, but that's kind of what I was getting from what we were reading.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, deal with it.
It's almost turning into like, hey, Sony, you just deal with it. You know what I mean? Hey, don't say that, because the fans are going to be the ones to support that product. So if you don't give them what they want, then guess what? It's not going to work out for you guys. Super Street Fighter, Street Fighter 4, so on. You gave us what we wanted. Everybody supported it. Yay! Thumbs up.
But they took a risk doing that, though. 3D and everything else.
Yeah, but the game still played like
they're saying. They kept it. That's the only thing for what it was.
Now, you know, like I was getting, like off camera, Anomaly and I were discussing like how UFC Undisputed 2010, they fucked up some of the controls, like the basics as far as how you block. And you got Capcom, yeah, they make changes.
I'm gonna let you talk about that one, because you need camera for that. Go ahead.
Yeah,
tell them why you hate it. Tell them why you hate it.
Oh, UFC? We'll do that on its own review.
Yeah, tell them why you hate it.
It's something where if you got something that works out well, why are you gonna go fucking change it? You know what I mean? Capcom, from Street Fighter 2 all the way through Third Strike up to Super Street Fighter 4, the core game always remained the same. It's like, hell, you know, you add parry, you take out parry, or you put focus. You take out focus, you put alpha counters or the blocks and whatnot.
And that's
the
the
core of the game remains the same. UFC Undisputed 2010, the reason why I scrapped the review, because they added good shit. You know, you can fight up on the fence and everything.
Just say the one reason why you hate it.
The fucking block system's fucked up.
Oh, God, here we go with the block.
The first game was better. And when we did that review...
You got knocked the fuck out of the demo!
Yeah, well, I was just first playing.
And you got knocked out again.
What, afterwards? When we were off camera?
2010, you got knocked out again.
No, I didn't get knocked out.
Yes, you did.
When was this?
Liddell knocked your ass out.
No, that was in the first game.
No, the second one.
What, the demo?
Remember we played you up?
Yeah, I couldn't fucking block.
See?
I mean, like, all right, yo, it's like you're holding like this and shit, and then like, yo, they fucked it up, man. I don't even want to review that game. And that,
oh, come on, man. That's what the.
hey, you
rip it. You can rip it. Come on.
No, since you know we have to rent that game to play online, I will not review it.
We got sponsored for that. We did get sponsored for that.
Anyway, I didn't want to get on the sidebar. Back on the TVC, MVC thing. Capcom, listen to us, please.
Don't change.
Don't leave it with
TVC. Don't do it.
Just make it like MVC2, and if it's too hard for you guys, just make it button setup A and button setup B.
Or if you not, we're not trying to disrespect you. I'm gonna say if you're too fucking lazy to do that, go out to Marvel Capcom 2 for the Dreamcast where you can button sequence your own controls.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're doing it like light,
like,
medium, hard, attack.
That's it. Yeah.
You know, like we wanted to have Shinwar and a couple other nMo guys to discuss this, but a lot of them are at work and this
or whatever.
is, you know. But we're gonna have like feedback or responses. Anyone that wants to leave comments, they can give us your 2 cents.
That's like
on that.
That's like killing and say we don't want to remake CVS 2 for the fact it's not going to do good.
Hey, it's like
wow.
it's whatever. I really think Capcom, if you want MVC 3
to be a success,
you need to reconsider that control system for the hardcore. If you want it tournament level, because by doing that, you're gonna dummy the game down to a point where the noobs can get in there, flail on the buttons, and then you're gonna have the hardcore guys, or it won't even be like something that they would take seriously at EVO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think you really need to reconsider that, and I'm saying it delicately because I love Capcom to death, but don't pull a Sony, please. Don't pull a Sony. I know you guys can make better decisions on that. TVC, we know it's an established engine, but one thing I will give EA with Fight Night, remember when we had bashed the controls? Yeah. And then they released a patch. We're not taking credit for that.
But we spoke on it because we played that indefinitely. We played Round 4 for a long time.
Yeah, and the controls from Fight Night Round 3 were better. So they made the patch so that you can do the face buttons, which was good.
Because the first week of Round 4, you know how many emails EA had?
And people were returning it.
And it was returning. That's what happened.
Remember, look what happened with EA and Fight Night Round 3 to Fight Night Round 4. Keep that in mind, Capcom, and I will leave it at that. Alright, so we're going to take another intermission.